Hot mics.
Hot mics and hot pants. Hot dudes.
Yeah, it has to be hot mics tonight because there's no time. Hot mics. Actually, since we are live, if anybody can hear me, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. If you're watching Facebook, leave a thumbs up. Leave some Facebook stars. I was going to make a card for that, and I haven't. It's been a long day already.
You know, it's too bad both of our names weren't Mike. The show could be called Hot Mics. I'd tune in for that.
Wow, 35 people watching. 20 seconds to go. Hot mics.
Hot mics on a Friday night.
Yes. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes. We bring our own applause. Although we know you're all applauding out there.
Oh, God, yeah, they are. They don't even hear the applause on this thing because they're clapping so hard.
Yes. Yeah, we appreciate everybody that's watching this stuff. We have 66 watching total. So far, we just started. It's December 4th, 2020, 8:10 p.m. Eastern, 5:10 Pacific, where it's dark outside here. You know?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I can't see. I got the chat over your window. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it gets dark here now, like at 4:30 or something.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But hey, everybody, welcome to Talkin Van Halen. Yeah. Yeah, we love Van Halen. And we're not just jumping on the bandwagon, okay? Just so you guys know. We've been doing this for years and years and years.
This isn't Johnny's first rodeo, is what he's trying to tell you. Rodeo.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of guys doing Van Halen shows now, but we're the original.
And that's fine.
Yeah. That's totally cool, but we know what we're talking about. Let me just say.
Well, you know what you're talking.
Okay, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Van Halen.
I know a little bit.
That's something I kind of hid for a lot of years because I thought I didn't want to look like a real nerd. But I got the glasses. You know.
Where's mine? I can't find mine.
You know. So yeah. So welcome. We're live on Facebook. Johnny Beane TV page on Facebook, and also the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group, where there's a lot of weirdos in there. But, you know, as long as they behave, everything is cool.
Yeah, there was one post today. I don't even want to say what it said. I'm sure you done seen it. But I was just reading it, and anybody in here that saw the post that I'm talking about had a lot of activity, a lot of action Jackson was going on. And I'm just reading some of the comments, and I'm like, I mean, I guess I understand from a certain perspective what they're trying to say, but at the same time, it's like, just come on, get real, you know?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. No, I if something goes down really bad in there, I hear about it because people message me. You know, I can see the flagged post section.
You hear about it later?
So I hear about it later.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So we're live on Facebook, and I'd meant to make a card for this, but I've been super busy today. But we have a new feature called Facebook Stars, where if you'd like to help support the shows, support the channel, you know, the Facebook streams that you're watching, you can leave some stars, and we appreciate you guys. And it makes you stick out in the chat, actually, because it says, you know, you're stars, you've sent stars. So it's very cool, very cool. And on the other side of that, the YouTube side, we have executive producers like Charles Green, Joe Christian, Wayno A, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Bent Tom, Mike Neese. Mike is like a super supporter, man.
I'm gonna have his name just to like bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change Mike Neat's font in this because he's a real super supporter of these shows. Thank you again, Mike Neese, Frank Corcoran, Michael Smith,
the captain
Michael Smith, David Ennis, Dad Halen, and of course the one and the only Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael.
Yeah, you're all awesome. We love all our channel supporters and members. And if you'd like to become a channel sponsor here on the YouTube side of it, become a channel member. Just click the join button right down below. You see it. Just click it. You'll watch a little cool video of me from like 6 months ago. Wearing the same jacket, I think. And yeah, if you want to help support these shows, support these videos, get some extra perks like your name in green with a little guitar next to your name in the chat. Extra,
or if you're my mother-in-law, it's a screwdriver.
Yeah. If you want a screwdriver next to your name, you get that. You get bonus features. You get extra videos, extra content, stuff that's invisible to the regular YouTube viewer. You know, you'll see
see it, everybody. I don't even see the stuff that Johnny's talking about. So it's top secret stuff.
You'll see a whole another like list full of videos just for members. So yeah, so check it out. Let us know what you think. And then what? Who do we have in here?
I'm just looking. We got some good comments already tonight.
Do you want to do it? We can read.
I haven't done it in a while. I mean, I'd rather hear you do it because you have a better voice for this stuff. But I'll do it. Why not?
Okay.
We can
switch.
Huh?
We can switch. You read some. I read some.
All right. We got 7 over 8. I'm the first name on the list. Ben Tom, Carol Hatcher, who I was just. She has the little screwdriver next to her name. I see it. Dan Halen, David Ned's balls. Frank Corcoran.
Welcome.
Glenn, close but no cigar. Cheech is in here. Hal Face, Johnny Beane. That's nice that he's here. Johnny Beane didn't send me the link until 8:03 tonight. Kenko Door. Kevin Coachell.
Yeah.
I think. Kurt S. 5150. Matthew Stewart. Mike Neese again. Nerd Halen. Michael Nightbot. Riley Morgan. Steve Anderson.
Steve Anderson. Hey, man.
All the way from the southern tip of Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
Steve Carmichael. Stephen Franklin. Ted Sanchez. Thomas Santiago. Vistalite 1972. Wayno A. Will Starr. And everybody else that's watching in the comfort of their own home. Welcome. And Joanne. Bruggemeyer. That's totally a cop's last name. Is your husband a cop if you're married? Is he got to be? Officer Bruggemeyer. I could just hear it. Or are you a cop? What happened? You mute. What? Did I say something wrong?
No. Oh, no. Okay, I got to turn my camera off for a second.
Okay.
Just for a second. But no, Joanne. Joanne is from Facebook, as you can see the little Facebook icon, and Joanne is in the Van Halen group, 1974 to 2020, and that's what they're saying about stopping the hate, because there's just so much hate in there. It's not funny.
Yeah.
It's funny to them, not to us. There, Nightbot has the link right there for the group. Here we go. And yeah, it's craziness. But if you like Van Halen, you know, which, I mean, you're watching this, yeah, I assume. Join the group, Van Halen 1974 to 2020, and let us know what you think.
And try not to get caught up in all the hoopla over there.
Yeah. David, thank you so much. Becoming a new channel member here on YouTube. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, you're gonna see all the invisible videos I was talking about. You're gonna get a lot of cool new features over here. So thank you.
We need or you need, Johnny, a special sound for that. Yeah. You have the Halloween one. You got some to choose from. What are you thinking? Could it be that one? Or
maybe this one. Maybe this one. Because what you're doing when you become a channel member, you're opening up like a brand new. You're lifting the lid. You know, so maybe that's the channel member sound.
I'm down with that. Somebody else join so I can hit it now.
Everybody, come on! Yeah. Everybody join it. Everybody. Yeah. So we've got some people here from Facebook as well. Besides Joanne, let's see. I saw some. You rock. Somebody says.
Oh, that's nice of Facebook user to say that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're watching from the Van Halen group, you have to sign in. There's a link there in the description or in the title. Between StreamYard and streaming to Facebook groups, you actually have to sign. You have to sign in twice, and it's all good. It's legit. It really is. Let's see. So hey, welcome. Facebook user. Let's see. Jeff Alexander. Hey, man.
Hey now.
Good to see you.
Seen a few new names in the chat tonight. That's nice.
Dave Lopez. Hey, man. Dude, I feel like I just saw you, man. Dave is a longtime friend of mine for years and years and years. Not that I'm going to drop any names, but we met at Alex Skolnick's birthday party. That's how we met. Which was a long time ago. Good to see you, Dave, man. Bo Bolware, what guitar did you get yesterday? He's asking you.
Oh, well, I got it Wednesday.
Oh.
And we'll get to it.
Oh no. Mark Blankenship from Facebook. Hey, man. Glenn LaFurman. You guys, this dude right here. I want to say, Glenn, can I say this? Pretty much every Guitar World magazine cover you saw in the 80s was taken by this guy. I would say everyone, at least, the cover or the pictures inside the magazines, Slash, Guns N' Roses. I can't even name. There's so many. I know the Van Halen ones, though. All the Kramer advertisements from the 80s were all photo shoots, all from Glenn. So good to see you, Glenn. We appreciate. Thank you so much for for watching these shows, man. And Glenn's a great guy. He called me up one day and we talked for like an hour. And he's got some stories, man. So you're gonna have to come on with us at some point, Glenn.
Yes,
I think we were gonna hook something up with him and Nerd Halen, and to do something cool. Let's see. I think we got another member here. Will Starr. Hey, dude. Oh, where's the sound?
Hit it.
That sounds like something else.
Yeah.
Will, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, dude. And yeah, you guys can check out Will. You can check out his show, Guitarist Dreaming. 352? That's what it looks like from your avatar. Check him out. Check out his shows. Actually, Mancuda was on with him a couple days ago. They did a show.
Was it the longest show ever?
Yes. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Well, there's two things I got to show tonight.
Okay.
Well, I guess actually three, but two came in one package. And I didn't realize it was Van Halen related, so I opened it. What are you gonna do?
And it is.
Yeah. And the other
Awesome.
thing is that guitar that John was talking about.
That you got 2 days ago?
Yes, that I got 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. We can get into that. We can get into that too.
We're gonna have to. Yeah.
But since this is a Van Halen show, we should probably talk about something Van Halen. There actually is pretty big developments that have happened within the past couple days or yesterday, even concerning that auction. Remember those guitars?
Yeah, man.
There was 2 guitars that were put up for auction. And actually, where's the... let's just get right into that. Actually, Boner Jams. Well, here, we'll read this. This just in. Send it back. Hannon strikes again. Oh. More details to come. Now back to Johnny Beane in the studio. Thank you, Boner Jams. And you can check him out every last Wednesday for Metal Wednesdays with Jay Hoonan. Where's their thing at? There we go. Every last Wednesday of the month. Check them out. They just did a show last month. And then you did a show with Gizmachi.
That's right. Yep.
You guys did one. And okay. Yeah, like I said, I did get the copyright claim. But it's just a copyright. It's fine. It's just a claim. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, because we can talk about this later, but I was told that you still might get the email, but it literally is just for like checks and balances type of stuff. It doesn't mean anything. Because I was told this channel is whitelisted for the entire record.
Awesome.
So I'll show you the email if you want. I might have taken it. Didn't I send you a screenshot of it? I thought I did.
I don't know. Oh, speaking of that, okay. A few announcements before we start. Okay. You know how I told you guys there was somebody that stole a bunch of my videos over the past several years?
Yes.
I shut him down.
Shut him down.
He's gone.
He shut him down.
He's gone. He stole thousands and thousands of views from me, from this channel. You know, for years and years, from like my NAMM videos, my guitar Eddie lesson videos, you know, all these videos. But yeah, I finally sat down, I filled out, you know, the paperwork, and literally a day or 2 days later, and YouTube emailed me, and they're like, he's gone, man.
Wow.
So YouTube, thank you so much.
Yeah, at least they helped you.
Oh,
yeah, you got a channel banned, and I can't even get my channel back.
Okay, we got to get your channel going, man. We'll do it. I don't understand it. Yes, Randall, Howie. Yeah, he stole Howie videos of my dog. He stole. Yeah, but it wasn't like what do you call it? Where you make a video using, it wasn't like free. John Biel, where are you?
We know who.
What's the term? There's a term here on YouTube. Free Somebody has to
Free
know.
use or something like that.
Free use. It wasn't free use. They literally stole my videos. Like it was the entire video. It wasn't like there wasn't voiceovers or hey, you know, this is cool. Or it wasn't like somebody like using my video as an example of something. It was actually just reposting the entire video, and there was like 50 of them.
Can I ask you this? I don't know if I asked this before, and if you did, I obviously forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But when people commented on his videos that were your videos, did he respond like he was the person? No. Oh, okay. All right.
They never.
That would be really weird.
It would be. It would be. No, they never responded to any comments. Okay. But there was plenty of comments saying, "Hey, thanks for uploading this," or "Thanks for doing this," and I would reply, "I filmed that."
That's me.
That's me. That's me. Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Man.
But it's like no, in every video, it was my video. So every video started, "Hey, this is Johnny Beane." And it's me in the video, it's me talking.
What was the name of his channel?
It was some weird it was like another language name.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna name any. Yeah, let me just say it was from somewhere far away. You know,
so far away.
They might have been, you know, from Tatooine or something. It was a long ways away, and the guy or whoever this was doing this for several years, and I kind of let it go for a few years. Just, you know, whatever. But some of the videos did get major hits where they literally stole thousands and thousands of views from this channel. So anyway, yeah, the channel was I'm Totally Not Johnny Beane. Yeah, Thrashmel, that's what it was called. That's what it was called. Yeah. Anyway, that channel is gone. I think I got somebody else taken down for stealing another video, and then there's another channel out there that has a video that has over 100,000 views, and they use a segment for me at NAMM. And what I did was I left a comment on their video some years back saying, "Hey, you know, that's my footage. I filmed that." And then they left my comment there, and they said thank you or whatever. So I, you know, I let that one go because in turn that'll come back to me at some point. Somebody will see that and they'll be like, "Oh, that's Johnny," and they'll come back to this channel because of that, because it has so many hits.
You know, the only time that ever happened to me was Jeannie and I were outside one time, kind of like maybe the first year or two we moved down here, so 2011, 12, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be a lot of strange lights and UFO activity around us, right? And then they added a new flight path for the airport, and then all of a sudden that stuff went away. But long story short, we're outside one night and we filmed these 3 strange lights just like one by one in a triangle, just turn on and stay lit. And it was like this weird orange, like it wasn't a light that you would normally think like, oh, that's an airplane or that's something, right? Perfect circles and just this orange glow. They stayed on for a couple seconds and then one by one just kind of turned off. So we recorded it at the time. We had like droids or something, so it wasn't super high quality. So Jeannie uploaded the footage to her YouTube channel. And the next thing we know, like a few days later or something, or weeks later, somebody in the area that, like, I guess a lot of people follow him on YouTube for that type of stuff, like UFO videos and information.
Mm-hmm.
He ripped her video, put it on his channel, and said that he filmed it. And in the video, it's me in the background going, "Holy shit!" You know? And he made it seem like he was the one that filmed it. And I think he ended up removing it because we contacted him. I was like, that's you ass, you know? But it's weird when people do that.
It's weird. Well, I mean, no, it's not weird. I mean, it's not strange, but it's not cool if somebody, you know, if somebody has their own thing going and then they go and dude, there's a whole thing behind this, man. It's yeah. But anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
Speaking of Van Halen,
speaking of Van Halen, I might as well show something. Let's get the party started, right?
okay, you show something, and then we'll get to the big news. The big.
Well, no, yeah, let's get to the news first because it's only 8:30. So let's get to the news and then we'll do this.
Okay. All right. So you guys remember? Let me see. Am I doing this right? There we go. Look at that. I'm a professional. Okay, so you remember these two guitars that were on auction? We talked about this many times, but they sold. They sold for $422,000. Right? Is that the right number?
Yeah,
$422,000 at auction. How do I control this? Hang on. Oh, I got to go over here. There we go. Okay. It's moving. Okay, good. There we go. All right. So anyway, that's the guitar that I thought was cool. That one, because I love the red, black, and white striped Kramers.
Of course.
I mean, there's so many of them out there, and anytime I see one, that's brand new or new to me, I'm like, dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. So anyways, you can see this one is signed right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see that. You can see the signature. And yeah, seeing this picture here, you can totally see it's a Floyd Rose 2 bridge. Which is
wow,
something
look at that thing.
Which is something I said Eddie would not use that bridge. That's not a Floyd that Eddie would have ever used.
Wow, look at that thing.
Because the strings go through the underneath.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see where I'm pointing. You don't have to snip the ends off the strings. They just go straight through. And I've actually used one of those bridges. I got one off eBay years ago, and built a Kramer with it, and the thing would not stay in tune. So I never used one. Just wasn't whatever. Yeah. But apparently this guitar here, and again, we've talked about this. This was a guitar that was built by Edward and his tech, Matt Bruck. And it was built and given away to a friend of Edward's. And okay, this is where it gets here.
It's where it gets hairy.
This is literally. Okay, see if we can read this. Okay, 3 guitars. Okay, so there was 3 guitars in this auction, and you only see a picture of one of them there. But the other 2 guitars was a Charvel, one of the Charvel art series, the ones that Eddie played, for 1 or 2 songs and then signed and and sold. There was one of those, and then there was another one that was a non-working mini Kramer guitar that was seen in the Hot for Teacher music video that the little Eddie in the video was holding.
Yeah.
So that guitar as well, plus that kid's wardrobe. So the wardrobe and that guitar, and I think there was a bunch of Polaroids too of behind the scenes of the Hot for Teacher video shoot with Edward and the actor that played him in the video. So anyway, the big concern here with this we'll talk about it later, I guess. So the top selling guitar was the Kramer that Eddie gave to his friend Brian. Is it Cush?
Cush, probably.
Cush, Brian Cush, the owner of Cush's what's that word? Centenary
Oyster House in Shreveport.
Right, an oyster house in Shreveport, Louisiana, back in 1991. And the guitar was signed by Eddie. Yo, Brian, let's get shucked up. And then the guitar was on display at the restaurant. And I think Mancuda was talking about this a few shows ago, or whatever. That anytime Eddie would visit the restaurant, he would play that guitar.
Well, hey, Nerd Halen, Caleb, is saying the Kramer was built by Zeke, not Matt.
Okay.
And I would trust Caleb with this type of info over some article on the interwebs.
Okay. All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank
okay.
You, Nerd Halen.
Thank you. Okay. So the whole thing, though, the whole deal about how this gets strange is what happened was the guy at Brian, the guy at the oyster restaurant, he passed away, and a member of his family sold the guitar without telling anybody on eBay, like behind the family's back or something. So basically that happened, and then Wolfgang heard about it literally, I guess, like a couple days ago. He was tweeting about it, saying he was talking to his uncle about it, because that Brian, the guy from the Oyster House, he goes back a lot of years with Van Halen and with the Bertinelli family. Like they go back, like they were actually friends. Here, I've got some pictures here. I'll show you guys. Here we go. Okay, so here's is it Brian? Is that Patrick? That's Valerie's brothers, and then Eddie and Valerie. So that's them way back years ago.
Hell yeah! Look at Eddie's hair, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I think one of the guys on the on next to Valerie is Brian, is the guy that owned the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And that picture that was taken, early 80s.
Yeah. Caleb will know exactly the date and time.
Yeah. Caleb, what time was this picture taken?
He said that's 1980.
1980. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's very cool. And then here's a picture of Brian with the guitar right here. So there he is. And according to what I was reading, that guitar was like is his pride and joy. So it's just such it's just so sad that after he passed away that somebody sold the guitar, within the family.
Well, the thing that kind of was weird to me is the Blabbermouth post, their article. Like, I understand all this stuff, clickbait. You want people to actually read and click on it so they get the, whatever. But I mean, it makes it seem like Wolfgang sold those, sold those guitars just by reading the headline real quick. And I'm like,
what? Yeah,
no way.
Right. Right. And no, Wolfgang said he would never sell any of his dad's guitars, Frankenstein, the Shark, any of the guitars that we all know of. Those will never be sold. Wolfgang had said those guitars belong in a museum. He said that himself.
If anything, the only place they'll go is a museum.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe someday, we'll get to see those guitars in a museum somewhere, which would be incredible.
Yeah.
Like the Met, thing.
The burp button.
Yeah. I don't know why it is, man. I don't normally I don't sit here and burp nonstop, but it's just when I'm talking like this.
You just don't notice it. That's all.
That's what happens, Howard Stern burps on the air. When I'm at that level, I'll burp on the air nonstop. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll burp and fart on the air if we ever get to that level. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we'll have, all the weird stuff in here.
I'll have a real doll sitting behind me in the corner.
Okay, so this iHeartRadio article pretty much says what we just said. So anyway, that's pretty big news of the week as far as Van Halen. And it literally just, I think it was happening yesterday or something.
I think that's what I thought yesterday or early afternoon.
Because I went out skating yesterday.
Ooh.
Which, by the way, some of you guys off Facebook, you might have saw the video I posted of me skating, where I'm like, it was kind of scary, man.
How did I not see this? Ice skating?
It was on my stories, and it was on my profile. It has music to it though, so you shouldn't play it. It has the Fleetwood Mac song on it. Okay,
I won't.
The title says "I Forgot My Ocean Spray," but you watch that and you're like, you see how fast I'm going, and I almost wiped out. That's why it was scary.
You almost bit the dust.
Yeah. So aside from that, I mean, that's pretty big. Aside from that though, Mammoth WVH is everywhere. And they have merch, they have t-shirts, they have coffee mugs. We've talked about this and we've showed some of that. Thank you though to Mammoth WVH for retweeting my tweet from was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, and then also my Instagram story that he retweeted or reposted as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, and I guess that leads into the Eddie Trunk interview with Wolfgang. Is now it's worldwide, so anybody can listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have just a subscription to it now. You can anybody can hear it, and so it's available. I think everywhere you get your podcast. Kind of like this one.
It's pretty much been up on like YouTube anyway since.
Yeah. Well, see, that goes back to like people stealing your alien videos.
I know. Yeah.
It's the same. People do it.
Mm-hmm.
People do it. People don't care.
Yep.
And
that's how I heard it, though.
Mike Neese. When is the Wolfgang Van Halen bass coming out? I've said for years I would not be surprised if there was one. There'd have to be one at some point. And then Wolfgang had said on Instagram at some point, he's like, Fender isn't interested in making one.
What?
Yeah, they showed no interest in making one, and then somebody from Fender responded, "Yes, we are."
He must have been joking.
I don't know, but
now I'll tell you right now, if I was in one of the biggest bands in the world,
well, you are,
and my son was in the band with me, had custom basses built, and my company is with, has a guitar maker making my instruments, making my guitars and selling them.
Mm-hmm.
If my son wanted a custom bass to come out with my name on it or my brand on it with his name on it, and they told me we're not interested, guess what? They can go shove it up their asses, I'd be like, no, we're doing it. So I think it was probably a little bit of tongue in cheek, like, oh, they're not interested. Yeah, right. It's got to become.
I don't know, but definitely.
I'm not a bass player, and I want one.
Definitely, there will be one.
Yeah.
I don't know about this soon. NAMM is well, there's a virtual NAMM, I would say, or at least stuff will be released. In about a month, a little over a month, 2 months. Was this December? Yeah, 2 months. 2 months from now, we will see some new stuff. We will see some new stuff from EVH gear. Not that we know anything, but I guarantee you there will be some new stuff.
You know what? I would bet if I were a betting man, which I am 100% not, but I think it was waiting for the launch of and the announcement of like Wolfgang's record. That's what my belief is. I think that now that the cat's out of the bag with his record and his music. I think if I were to bet, I would say that I think it's going to come out this year. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the, obviously NAMM's not going to happen, but gear is still getting announced and getting released and getting made, new stuff all the time. So I would almost guarantee, if I had to, that it just makes too much sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It makes too much sense.
All right, maybe.
And we know that from somebody who used to work under the Fender umbrella, they were talking about this years ago. So I don't want to give that name up.
Not that you know it.
No. Yeah. He's been on before. But yeah, it's got to happen, man.
Yeah, but yeah, it will. There will be a Wolfgang bass definitely coming out. Definitely, if not this January, soon.
Yep.
Or anytime. I would think any. These days with everything virtual, like us sitting here and whatever, stuff can drop anytime. You never know.
Yep.
You never know.
I'm hoping for a 5-string version.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be a 4 and a 5, man.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Oh wait, hold on. There's more Wolfgang news. Remember he put up that yes or no about like doing like videos, like how to play his songs, and then obviously maybe some of the different kind of truth stuff as well.
Yeah.
Making videos on how to play the songs, which is super cool. I mean, the fact that he played every instrument on the record and sings as well. I have a hard time remembering riffs that I wrote to be able to show somebody, and he's going to show people how to play, guitar, bass, drums from songs. I'm like, shit, that's pretty impressive. I'd forget all the time.
Yeah. So on Wolfgang's YouTube, the Mammoth WVH YouTube channel, there will be content coming from Wolfgang, like behind the scenes, like playthroughs of his songs off his upcoming album. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
So that's very cool, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to hearing more of the songs. It's awesome.
Think of playthroughs, right? Like video playthroughs. We're actually in the middle of doing one now, and
for your band,
for my band, exactly. And this is something that I didn't think I'd like watching, but I do. And it really only started for me, like being interested in this type of stuff, since like this whole stuff has been happening this year. And it's strange. Like if you think back, think of like some of your favorite records. Wouldn't you love at that time if those bands did that, recorded playthrough videos of them playing the songs? And I mean, there's always been lessons and like, oh, this lick right here, I play here and I do it this way. And I do. But as far as like a full playthrough of a song, like, man, it's super cool to watch that stuff.
Oh, there's going to be more and more of it, because video, like you guys that are watching us right now, this is the future of
we are the future
of entertainment. Like it or not, watching Jay and I, this is the future of entertainment.
We're from the future. This doesn't take place for another 10 years, by the way.
Literally, we are from the future because our feed is a little ahead what they're actually seeing.
A good point.
So what you guys are watching is like 20 seconds, after what we already said. I think
it's somewhere around there, like 10, 15, 20, right?
Yeah. Although you and I, we're in real time.
We're
in total real time, you and me.
Because that'd be weird if we had to wait like 20 seconds to respond. How much talking over would there be? If it was like, hey, Johnny, how was your day?
Yeah. Well, that's how it used to be. You know, you watch some of the news when they're talking to somebody. You see how they wait a few seconds before they respond, and you can hear in their ear, you can hear the voice of what the person just said.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Am I blurry? I think I'm blurry.
You think? Oh, Kramer. Hey
now. Yeah, we love Kramer guitars. The original ones. Not the new ones. The old ones are awesome. Nah, we love them. Ugh. We just don't like those new PVs because those are fake Wolfgangs.
I've never played one.
I have, and they're horrible, man. They're cheap, very cheap, very cheap.
But wasn't the first batch supposedly made with the original parts? Wasn't that the rumor? The first X amount. It might even have been like 20 or 30. Who knows? But you know they had a shitload of that stuff already ready to go.
Yeah.
So, so maybe the first batch or the first whatever's the first run that they made were decent, but I have no idea. I've never played them.
I've played a few, and they were all like
not good, huh? Oh,
yeah. And we played a couple at NAMM, 2 on display at NAMM, and they didn't even feel the same. You know, that's not good.
No,
it's not good.
Need a little bit of consistency there.
Yeah.
I mean, every guitar is going to feel a little different, but it should still feel like that guitar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 But anyway, yeah, we like the stuff that, with the Van Halen name on it. The stuff that says EVH is the best stuff. Right there.
Hey, is mine? Oh, there's mine.
Yours has a guitar in front of it.
Yeah, it does. You see that?
Is that the guitar that you're going to talk about?
Yeah, it is.
Man, well, I feel like we've been ignoring the chat for the past several shows. Any questions? And
anybody? We have 103 watching on YouTube. I don't know how many on Facebook. So if you want to get Johnny or my attention, please tag us because it's cruising a little bit, and people are having conversations in here, which is great. But if you really want us to answer or see something, please tag us. I know we missed something before from our friend Clayton James Hicks, 1998 Hicks. Hey, Clayton. Oh, there we go. Now everything's rolling, and I see all the stuff.
Bucket full of balls. Welcome.
The future. Bozique says, Johnny and Jay, I have a solution to the being disappointed by a guitar problem. Pick up a cheap Squire right before the guitar you want to check out for about 20 minutes. Yeah, but then everything will feel great. You'll be buying every guitar on the planet. That's not a bad idea.
Wow. Who said that?
Bozique.
Hey, Bozique. Dude, man, I've been playing your guitar, man. You're the Bozique Wolfgang, the EVH Wolfgang special that Bozique sent me as a gift some years back is my main guitar these days, dude. I've been playing this thing nonstop. So Bozique, thank you again so much. Thank you. I love it. I've been playing that. I played it today for a little bit. I'm gonna play it later. That's awesome. Bozique, thank you again so much, man.
Riley Morgan, did you see Alice in Chains honored? I did not. I didn't see that. And then Tubin in. Hey, what's going on? says, how's the weight of your Frankie? I am hoping they're not too heavy. I have one on order. Well, they're basswood, so they shouldn't be that heavy. Hold on. No, it's not heavy at all. It doesn't feel like balsa wood or anything, but it's you know, it's not anything crazy. And like every guitar is going to be slightly different in weight, but usually the reason why a lot of guitarists like basswood is because it's a light wood. Light wood.
And it sounds great. My Ernie Ball Music Man, Eddie Van Halen, is basswood. Thing's amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Man.
Yes. Jared? Is it Jared? Jarhead?
Jarhead?
Jarhead? What? Johnny, I sent you pictures of my new Chucks on Messenger. Oh, that was you? Dude, what were those, man? Were those official? He sent me some pictures of some Chuck Taylors that said EVH on them, but they weren't striped.
What?
Dude, were those real? Or did you make those? Or you want me to show them?
It's funny because somebody posted a picture a few weeks ago of like real Vans, like the sneakers that were striped, and I was like, Genie, if these are real. And they weren't. You know, I was like instantly pumped. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting them. But that's not real. You got like 10 pairs of them, man. I'd have a pair for every room. I'd have a driving pair, a walk the dog pair, you know, go get the mail pair, a drop a deuce pair,
a sleeping pair,
a sleeping pair, partridge in a pear tree.
Where did you send me those pictures? Jarhead or Jar? Where was? Oh, there you are. They made them.
Who's they?
Oh, I custom ordered them from Converse.
Really? Let me see them.
So Converse made. Well, we don't. Well,
yeah, you didn't make them.
It's not my problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't make them.
Okay. Wait, Joe Wentz just went live. Joe. Show's over. Okay. Okay. Should I show these?
Yes.
Jarhead. Jared?
It's Jarhead.
Okay. Okay. So these he had custom made from Converse. They look like that. But on the side says that. So did Converse do that for you?
Yeah, you could probably just get like a custom, you know, you could put your name on the back there. That's probably all that is. You know, I thought you were going to show like some striped things.
No. So he sent me those pictures earlier, and I'm like, are those?
No, but dude, you can do that with like literally anything. I mean, if you get a football or a baseball jersey.
Oh. Okay, so he had them. He had them customized on the Converse site.
Yeah.
So basically you had them. You had the colors. You know, you choose the colors, and then you had the stuff say whatever you wanted to say on the back.
Yeah, and as long as you don't pick like a swear word, you can literally put anything you want. Because years ago when I played ice hockey, I was a goalie, and all my I got new pads and stuff. And I was able to get my name stitched in on all my pads, which was kind of weird because when I blew my back out and wasn't able to play anymore, I had to sell the shit. And somebody bought all my pads, my leg pads, my glove and blocker that were all embroidered with my name on them. The guy was like, I don't care. All right.
And then the next day there was a bank robbery, and you saw in the news. The guy running out was a football player named Jay Hannon.
Hockey.
or hockey player with a Darth Vader mask.
Yep.
That's a thing now. You hear about that. All these guys robbing banks with Darth Vader masks on.
How the hell can you see? I'd be running into everything.
I don't know.
Empty the register. I don't even know how to talk like that.
I don't know. But these days it's not so weird because, I walk into a bank with a mask and shades on all the time now, and it's no big deal.
You're allowed to wear sunglasses in a bank? I didn't think you were.
Yeah.
On the door of the bank in North Carolina that we go to around the border, right on the front door says, obviously no firearms or anything.
No, I walk in looking like a criminal,
Wow.
That's how I go everywhere nowadays, because that's how it is out here. Right? Fruitcake Tony?
Bozique says, you guys remember the bank robber who was not disguised but was wearing a Van Halen shirt? It was Johnny.
Whoops. Have I seen the Chris Cole Fallen Trooper striped shoes? No. Fruitcake Tony, I have not. I don't know what those are.
So let me show something before I have to take a whiz. So if anybody watched the Gizmachi takeover or whatever, the other guitar player in the band, Mike, who sings as well, his father is a huge, hard rock metal guy as well. He actually got Mike into all that stuff, Metallica, Queensryche, Van Halen, and all. And he was a huge Van Halen fan, and he obviously knew how big of a fan I was and am of Van Halen. So when Eddie passed away, he thought of me, obviously, which is cool. So earlier this week, I get a package in the mail, manila envelope thing. I'm like, the hell's this? It's to Jay Hannon. So I open it up, and there's two things in it. The first one was this. Which I already got from John BL, but I don't care. Two of them, it's even better.
That's awesome. Every store I go to looking for a different one, I see that one. That one's at every store, man. I'm trying to find the Guitar World, man.
So look at that. Look at that picture right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
So there was the magazine in there, and then also a Van Halen shirt. I didn't even take it out of the package yet.
Wow, cool.
Yep. It's kind of weird to have the rings with the Frankie, but hey, it's a Van Halen shirt. Right? It's a Van Halen shirt. It's all good. So this will be a staple on the show, but yeah.
Just don't wear that in my group. They'll come after you.
Wait a minute. So yeah, my guitarist's father thought of me, and he was actually, kind of like bummed about, obviously, and he was like, you know what? I know Jay's feeling it. I know he's sad. I'm going to send him down some Van Halen stuff. And that was very kind of Mr. Lorino to send that down to me. I appreciate it very much.
Awesome.
Obviously what happened is terrible, and I know you kind of feel the same way, that it's very cool that people that know you that might not talk to you all the time, and maybe people that you haven't seen in a long time, even from your childhood, that, I was the first person that they thought of when they heard that Eddie Van Halen passed away. It's like, that's how much, that they realized, how big of a fan.
Yeah.
And how much, obviously, musical influence and all that stuff. But You know, it's I guess it's a cool feeling in that sense. You know, that when people heard that news, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know anybody from when I was a kid. I really don't know anyone.
Well, I'm talking like high school.
Yeah, even high school. I don't know anybody from high school.
I'm not friends with many people from high school either.
The only people I'm friends with are from college. I just met a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's strange too, because the people that I speak to the most are people that I've met through this channel and the show.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's what I was telling Jeannie not too long ago. I'm like, you realize the people I speak to the most are people I've never met yet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost afraid to meet all you guys, man. What if we like hate each other? Oh, Jay's a dick.
Well, that happens eventually.
It does. It does.
Believe me.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I've met that loved me and then now want nothing to do with me.
Hey, I still like you.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man.
It's weird because my father, he has a couple friends he still speaks to like on a regular basis that he played Little League with. And he went to like elementary school with, and I'm like, holy crap. You know, he's still like super duper close with them. And they live up in New Jersey, and he lives down here in South Carolina. And he still talks to them like on the phone at least once a week.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Man, I remember back in the days of talking to people on the phone, talking to friends on the phone for hours and hours, you know, long distance, you know. Man. And it was the same thing. It was talking Van Halen. It was talking like, oh, the brand new Right Here, Right Now came out. Did you hear that? You know, I'm talking back in the 90s, you know.
Yeah.
Talking to friends and, you know, before the internet.
Do you remember when Live Right Here, Right Now got delayed?
As far as being released?
Yeah, I don't know if it was actually delayed, but you know how I remember because I used to buy all our stuff from Strawberries in Newburgh, New York. And I remember they'd have like a release calendar on the wall, you know, of like stuff coming out. And I forget what, I mean, obviously we could probably go back and look in the exact release date of Live Right Here, Right Now. But I remember seeing on the release calendar on the wall in Strawberries that Van Halen, it didn't say what it was. It didn't say it was live. It just said Van Halen, and then it had a date. And I remember thinking like, oh shit, new Van Halen's coming out. And I remember calling Strawberries from the school payphone.
What's a payphone?
Exactly. Asking if the new Van Halen, and they said no, it comes out, and I forget what, if it was 3 months later or 6, I forget what it was, but they said it, you know, the calendar or whatever was wrong or something. And I was like bummed because I had it all planned. Like my mom was going to pick me up from school that day. I wasn't going to take the bus home, and she was going to drive me to Strawberries to get the new Van Halen. We wanted to keep Van Halen. And it wasn't, I remember calling up, asking, hey, is the new Van Halen out? They're like, no, it doesn't come out till whatever. And I was like, oh my God. I probably shed a tear or two, you know.
You were in school then?
Yeah, man.
I wasn't. Well, no, I had just gotten out. I had just gotten out of prison.
Oh, penitentiary, huh? Doing hard times.
Doing time.
Doing time.
Which is that tonight? Fender Guru, are you in here? Steve Anderson, are you in here? They're doing a Van Halen show. Is that tonight? They're going to be talking about balance.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about each track and ruin? No, I'm kidding. You want to do their show right now, just you and me?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Oh man.
What was I going to say?
We're from the future, so we've already seen their show.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that tonight though, you guys? Kurt S1550 is saying it's next week.
Oh.
When I sent you guys over to do a raid for them, the show was like a couple days from now. I didn't even notice. Change the next week. You're a guest?
Oh, Kurt,
yeah.
He's a guest. Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to ask if I could be a guest too.
Oh, to steal the thunder right out of Kurt's, right from under him.
Let's all be guests on that one.
Yeah. They'll have to bump Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt. You're on. I know you're on Twitter. Can you tweet out this video, please? Tweet out this video right now and put in their hashtag Johnny Beane TV, hashtag Eddie Van Halen, hashtag Wolfgang. You know, all the stuff. I'll retweet you. I got 3 different accounts I can retweet you from. And then if you're on Instagram, can you send this out as a story on Instagram and tag at Johnny Beane and at EVH Gear Live, and I'll repost you there as well too. Yeah, see, I mean to tweet these shows out and to send them out as stories on Instagram, but I get so busy, I don't have time. And I'm thinking if I can get some of you guys to do it, if you guys do it, I'll just repost you, you know, and that can get you guys some exposure too to your accounts. So awesome. Thank you. Just saw some guy in a pickup hockey game wearing a Hoonan goalie pads. Nerd Halen says. Awesome.
Hoonan. Jay Hoonan. That's pretty good. Thanks to Mancuda for that one.
Wait, I just saw a comment. Somebody said that their name is Johnny Hannon. My name is Johnny Hannon, this guy says. Light sound geometry?
He must be really good looking.
Yeah, because he has my face and your body. So he looks like me, but taller.
Oh, man. Pretty good.
Ah, pretty good. Man, we're just getting started here.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting started.
So you want to see something?
Oh, a guitar.
Yeah.
Let's
get to the fun stuff. Hold on, let me do your. I gotta pop you out again. Picture in picture, so you're underneath the camera, so I can kind of look at you while I'm looking at the camera.
Oh,
yeah. All right. So I bought a guitar.
No way.
And it's probably the most well-built guitar. Well, easily the most well-built guitar that I've ever owned. But it might be the most well-built guitar that I've ever played. And it's right here.
What's the thing? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean that one.
Yeah, you might as well.
What is that? Obviously, yeah, it's a Music Man. Whose model is that?
Come on, you can't read that?
Flower.
There you go.
Flower race car? Dragster?
It's a John Petrucci. The JP15. Look at that. Look at that neck, man.
Jason Bateman.
The Jason Bateman model. So, anyway, the guitar is just, it's the loudest guitar. Right?
Oh, and it's a 7-string.
Friggin' A right. So, the only issue, and it's got a, now I know I'm going to say it both ways because, you know, people go nuts. It's got a piezo/piezo system, the saddles.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So that's what this switch up here. Up is piezo, down is the
Piezo.
Yeah. And then middle is both. Which is kind of cool because then you can, like, this is the volume for the piezo, and then obviously regular. And if it's a push. So if you push it out, you can get a 20 dB boost. So instead of, like, hitting that boost pedal or you know what I mean?
Your MXR micro amp pedal.
Yeah. Just give a little kick, and then this is single. Well, it only splits. It's weird. I figured if you had it in the front, the neck pickup, if you had this out, it splits this, but it doesn't. Like in the middle, it only splits. It gives you the outer two coils. But the issue I have with it is that the low B string does not stay in tune. Now, I went out and bought some nut sauce, or the Planet Waves lubricant is what it's called. I thought it was in the nut. I actually put a little bit on, kept doing the same thing. Then I Peter Northed it, and it still does the same thing.
Did you change the strings when you got it?
Well, it happened with the original low B string. I changed it with the same gauge, 56. I didn't do anything crazy. Oh, I put a 70 on and it's getting caught. No, it's a 56. Yeah, I put a bass string on. So literally what happens, right? I tune it up, and then all I have to do is this. Go down, go up, and it goes about 30 to 35 cents sharp. And I have to yank it again. And then it goes back. So it's because when I first did it, I heard it, like if I dropped the bar, I actually heard it go, like, getting caught in the nut. Like
you heard like look.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, oh, okay, no big deal. Whatever. But it's still doing it. So I was looking up online. I don't know if anybody's,
awake.
It's a great Dream Theater album, by the way.
It is?
I was reading online, and like, there's a couple people that have, because they make this in a 6 and a 7. And I read one guy said that he had a 6-string version of this, and he had the same issue. I don't know if it might have been the low E string. I think it was. And he said he did the same thing. He lubed the nut. He actually put and I did this too. I didn't want to put that lubricant stuff. I'll show you the little container it comes in, just so you see what I'm talking about. This stuff. Friction remover.
Oh.
Yeah. You get the point. So it comes in a little tube and a little, tiny little brush. So I actually loosened the string. I didn't want to put it on the saddle because it's the piezo, whatever. So I lifted the string and I put it actually on the string where it contacts the saddle. Didn't help. So this guy said that same thing was happening with his, and he actually had to send it back to Ernie Ball. And they either replaced the saddle or they replaced the whole bridge or the whole trem. And now he doesn't have any issues with it. So maybe there's a slight issue with the bridge on this guitar. I have no idea. But it doesn't seem like it's an isolated incident. It seems like there's a number of people that have had the problem. Now, I was talking to the Chad about this today. And he has a couple Petrucci guitars as well. And he has a buttload of Ibanez. And it's hard to go from... if anybody out there has an Ibanez with either an edge or a low pro edge, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard to get those things to go out of tune. And it's weird to play a guitar that is of this caliber and not have the tuning stability. And it's almost like, how is it possible? So, I mean, there it is. I mean, I haven't done anything drastic to this guitar. I mean, Sweetwater usually doesn't send you stuff that's not, Ibanez, they ship stuff from the factory. A lot of companies, they just ship them to the factory. They don't set anything up. You'll get guitars where the bridge is like this or that, or, just like, how did it even leave a factory like that? But
yeah,
Ernie Ball doesn't do that. They send guitars out pretty good, and Sweetwater does their 55-point inspection and make sure everything's cool. And it's just weird. So I'm waiting for to talk to. I have to go through the whole chain of command. I have to talk to a tech guy tomorrow at Sweetwater. I'm sure he's going to have me do a couple things, but I mean, I don't understand what it could be, I mean, I just saw somebody said, like, bring it to a tech down here, do something. I'm like, I'm not doing anything to it because I don't want to void a warranty. Oh, you did that? Well, tough shit. It's your guitar now. I don't need any of that stuff. So I'm either sending it back to Sweetwater for them to fix it, or sending it to Ernie Ball for them to fix it. But I mean, it literally is. I read or I watched an interview with, I think it was Petrucci's guitar tech, or maybe I think it was Petrucci, and he mentions like his the neck profile and shit, because it's 17 radius, which is Ibanez. 17.
He mentions that's normal for that string to go out of tune.
And even the profile, the neck profile, it's the first time I picked this up, it felt like the same profile as like an old Universe, which obviously he used older Universes when he was with Ibanez before they made his own, signature, and then he left. But it feels just like amazing, and it sounds amazing. It plays amazing, but it's just something's awry with it, and hopefully it's able to get fixed. Because I mean, look at the finish of that. It's a mahogany body with a maple top. Look at that quilt, and then it's got the roasted maple fretboard with medium jumbo stainless frets. This it's got the locking tuners on there. Look at that. I mean, it literally is an amazing guitar. But we'll see what happens.
Man.
So there's that. So
yeah. Hopefully it's not a big deal. People in the chat here are saying that it's the bridge. Yeah. I think definitely if you contact Ernie Ball or just other people, owners of those guitars, if they've had the same issues, because on Facebook there's a group for everything.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure there's an Ernie Ball Petrucci Facebook group where everybody's playing those guitars, and yeah.
But I don't know how you are with this type of thing. I get what's the word I'm looking for?
You turn green?
What?
You turn green?
No, I if something isn't right with something, I kind of it ruins the, like, that feeling is always there. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like if something's wrong with, especially right out of the gate, it's hard to shake that feeling. I get spooked, I guess, from a guitar if something isn't right on it right away. And it's like, oh, it has to be fixed already. Like, dude, this is a Ferrari of a guitar, man. Ernie Ball Music Man support. Thank you, Kelly. I've heard that Ernie Ball is amazing with their customer service as well. But
yeah,
I don't know. And Sweetwater is too. I got nothing negative to say about Sweetwater. The person on the phone told me tonight, I called like kind of after hours. I called earlier in the day, but whatever. They told me, they're like, listen, no matter what happens, you're going to be taken care of. If something's wrong with that guitar, we'll either work it out and get it right, or we'll get you another one. Like, don't worry about it. So, that's what you want to hear from a music company, But it's just it's a bummer right now, man. Because when you get a new guitar, It's like you're all fired up to play it.
I rarely get new guitars, but yeah, I know. I know what you mean, and yeah, it sucks. I mean, myself, I've worked on my own guitars for years, so if I get something and it's kind of weird, or like this guitar here, the Bozique, the Wolfgang that Bozique gave me, it didn't arrive like this. It arrived a body, and then a couple months later, the neck arrived because I traded him necks.
Mhm.
So I slapped this together myself, and the setup, it's not perfect, right, Ned? Ned's here. Hey, man.
Yeah, but you're the type of player that can pretty much play anything, and you're not like as fickle as I am. If something isn't right on a guitar of mine, I'm like, well, not playing that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'll set mine up to where, it doesn't buzz, and the neck, might be, or the action might not be exactly how I like it, but if it's playable, I'll play it. I'll use it. And it's fine, for a while. And then, at some point, maybe I'll, get it set up, or, by somebody else.
Well, when they make some different finishes for this guitar, and I was going between two different finishes. I'll show you the other one, which I think is absolutely beautiful. But let's see. Should I show it that way? I'll show it this way. Why not? Come on. There we go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
so that's the same guitar, just another finish.
Yeah, and the one I have is satin finish, which I don't have a satin finish guitar. That was a huge part of it. But I mean, that's beautiful as well. So. But they didn't have these in stock, so it was an easy decision. That makes it easier for you. If you're like, man, I can't pick between the two of those. Oh, you only got one in stock? Well, I guess there we go.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And yeah, Bozique. Yeah, we traded guitar necks.
Which neck did you give him?
I gave him a Wolfgang special Mexico neck that Rob Johnson had given me. Rob Johnson had given me a neck. Man, this goes back a lot of years too, or several. Because I don't think you weren't here yet for some of this stuff, and all this stuff is on the channel too. If you guys just go back on this channel, and people watch all these older shows. Like I'll get comments on like older videos from like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And it's great. It's great. I'm glad people watch the older stuff too. And hey, Brad, welcome. Yeah, huge Van Halen fans. Let's see what else. I'm looking through Van Halen news. I mean, the biggest stories with that was that guitar auction, and then
stuff, yeah. Was anybody if anybody's looking for a Christmas tree topper this year, I think we got you covered. I mean, how awesome is that, man?
Where's that pole going?
Yeah. He likes it.
Oh no.
So cool. And even the kick drums, like, it's got the ports on them.
Yeah, look at
that. Too funny.
That's cool.
Kurt S5150, Rob Johnson one of the best collections and the worst computer mic ever. Yeah, we used to bust Rob's balls about that all the time. Remember that back in the day?
Yeah.
Rob's mic again. Rob's mic.
Somebody robbed his mic.
Rob's a good dude. He sent me the oh shit, did I lose it? No, here it is. He sent me the quarter. Maybe I shouldn't be touching this thing, but I haven't put it on yet. And a tetanus shot.
Oh yeah. Cool. So you're gonna put that on your Frankenstein?
No, I'll put it on the Petrucci and send it back. Could you imagine? Man.
They're like, no wonder this thing is out of tune.
Yeah, well, I put it on there. I figured it would help the tuning stability. More mass, right? So somebody mentioned the EVH. Let's see. Bozique says, I'm not a fan of the EVH standards. The other guitars in the price range, PRS, Mexican Fender, higher end Epiphones, standards, specials are awesome. Well, I mean, the standards, there's a bunch of people that I know, well, through this, obviously through doing this, that after a couple slight upgrades to a standard, they're like, this guitars are amazing. I know, doesn't Liquid Charlie have like a standard that he plays all the time because he said it's phenomenal? There's a number of people that
Brian May,
Pete Townsend,
Phil Collins.
That
Yeah, I know Charlie plays a like an OLP. I think
he has one of those as well. Yeah,
that he fixed up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jason. I can't think of his last name. He used to be in the chat all the time. Oh my God, I apologize if you're watching, but he bought a standard, and he bought one of my EVH Floyds that I took off and put an original Floyd on. Yeah, mm-hmm. Jason Voorhees. There you go. Not McNamara.
He went camping.
Yeah. But yeah, he put an EVH Floyd on. Got the one that came on the standard. And he said it was awesome. So I think at that price point, man, it's a great value. And it's like anything. Like, you're going to get some good ones. You might get some real good ones. And then some might be okay. Sometimes you luck out and you're like, whoa. This thing is amazing. The right
mm-hmm.
setup.
Mm-hmm.
So
just imagine how amazing my guitars would be if they were set up correctly. I just play them. I really, I haven't had my Earnable Music Man EVH set up. Actually, that guitar has never been professionally set up ever since I've had it, since 1992. That thing's I've never taken that guitar to anybody, and now I never would, because I'll show up and they'll be like, "What guitar?"
Yeah, and like,
those are, or my Ripley. I'm never taken my Ripley to anybody. Actually, no. There's one guy. There's one guy that I do trust, locally, who actually did work on the original Frankenstein at one point. I would trust leaving my guitars with him.
Didn't you say that thing needs like either the frets crowned or just a refret? Is it really like dug in on that thing? Don't tell me it's on the floor next to you. Okay.
This guy just walked by. he just walked by.
I'm glad you picked him up instead of picking your Ernie Ball Music Man guitar off the floor. I was like, please no. I wouldn't leave that to anybody. I'm not trusting picks it up off the floor.
Mm-hmm. I've left it on the floor. Yeah. Yeah. Nettie Van Beane. Yeah, Benton. He's playing with an egg carton. We went out to this egg farm today and got some. Our chickens don't lay eggs anymore, so we had to go out and get some. He's playing with the carton. He's like picking it up with his teeth. Mosaic, Johnny B and Eddie never owned a tuner. He often played out of tune and still sounded great. Bozique is saying.
What?
I think in the studio he would never tune to pitch, or at least like writing songs. He would just pick up a guitar and whatever's tuned to, he would have Michael Anthony tuned to him. I think when they were like coming up writing songs, I think he never actually tuned, to correct pitch. But on the records though, they would tune down because of the vocal. And then when you're playing live, if somebody else is tuning your guitars for you. Yeah. But hey, no, I was gonna say real quickly. I did find something else here. Maybe should I show this? Guitar World's website. There's a lot of pop-ups. I'll just say it. This was a few days ago. Joe Satriani says he was two-hand tapping before he heard Van Halen.
I read that too.
You hear about that?
I read the article, and again, the headline makes it seem like I was doing it first. Like that's, but knowing Satriani and how he respects Eddie and all that stuff, I knew that if I read the article, it wouldn't be that, and it wasn't that. It was just that, he saw, I forget who it was that he saw doing it. And
I think I can show the site.
Yeah.
There aren't too many pop-ups. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently there's a Wishbone Ash tune back in 73 that has tapping on it or some sort of something. I mean, there was a lot of people out there doing that technique way back when, but Eddie was the one that really made it popular. Eddie was
did it too.
Edward Van Halen was the one that really used it in his own style. Like it was a part of his playing, like all the time. It wasn't just a trick.
Yeah.
Like you're playing, and then all of a sudden, for a trick, like, oh, look at that, everybody cheers.
Yep.
With Eddie, it was just all the time.
Yeah.
It was a part of his plan.
Musical. It wasn't just like you said, it wasn't like, one little tap here and a,
Yeah, it wasn't just like a like real quickly, No, that's what makes Edward's playing. I mean, what it is it's just there's just a sound there that nobody else had.
Yep. And wasn't it Neil Schon when he was interviewed a few weeks ago about Eddie? And when he saw Eddie tap, he was like, son of a bitch. Like he's like, God damn it, Because when you think about it, like obviously the first person I ever, knew tapping and all that stuff, it was Eddie. Because that's the age that I was in and stuff like that. But I could understand another guitar player around that same era that all of a sudden, you're an established musician, you've been playing guitar for years, and then you see somebody do something that seems so trivial. Think about it. Like to us, it's like tapping is like, it's just, hey, somebody does a tapping, it's cool. It's not anything crazy. It seems like it's a normal part of guitar playing, right? So you can understand why somebody would look at that back then and be like, son of a bitch, why didn't I think of that? Like, it seems like a natural thing to do. But it's just funny to hear his reaction when he saw him do it. Because they went on tour, right? For the first record, they went on tour with Journey.
Yeah. Yeah, and they would trash the hotels and blame Journey for it. You know, because yeah, well, I mean, with Journey, you either like them or it's like, man, that's so terrible. You know, there's never there's no middle ground when it comes to stuff like that.
I guess.
You
Yeah. I
know,
mean, you can't argue that they're great songs, whether you like them or not. It doesn't matter. Some of those songs are great songs.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but they're you know some of them can be a little too cheesy.
Well, I understand that, and I know what you're saying, but you can't argue. You can not like it, but you can't argue that, like, sure, that's a great song, but I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not that I don't like them. I do like them. I do like them, but I mean, Steve Perry.
Oh God,
Steve Perry. I mean, why wasn't he in Van Halen?
One of the greatest voices in
know?
rock, man. In rock history, one of the greatest voices.
Imagine Steve Perry instead of Sammy Hagar back then.
Who else was on the table? I mean, I know Sammy says there was Ronnie James Dio and Ozzy Osbourne or something. Those are like the only two names he mentions, but I'm like, wait a minute. There had to be more names than that. You know?
For after Dave left?
Yeah.
I never heard those names. Sammy said that's something Sammy said?
He just said there were two guys out there or something, but I don't know if he like meant that they were lined up or talking to them. But I think as far as like maybe guys that would maybe fit that mold or fit with that music, I don't know. But that's the interview. I mean, he said it multiple times. But I know in '96 when everything went kaputs with Sammy, I know Sebastian Bach has come out recently and said that something was he was maybe contacted by somebody in the Van Halen camp. Nothing ever went anywhere with it. I know, wasn't David Coverdale, or was it Coverdale? I thought his name was thrown around. I remember hearing that on a radio station. But
I don't know. I'm just glad it was Sammy. I'm glad it was him. Anybody else?
I'm talking about after Sammy too.
Oh, like after Sammy.
Sebastian Bach.
Yeah.
That would have never worked, even though I would have definitely liked that. Because Sebastian could sing. He has the attitude that he could get away with singing the Dave stuff. And he's got the voice and the looks to sing like, the sappier love songs.
Yeah, but you already know who he is. And he already has, I don't know, to me, it'd be like, oh, that's the guy from Skid Row.
Well, I don't know. With the guy from Extreme?
Well, see, to me, he was, but he wasn't, because I wasn't an Extreme fan at the time. Where's my picture?
And Extreme wasn't, or Gary wasn't the big bopper in Extreme. It's that guy right there on the left-hand side.
Somebody photoshopped this guy. Somebody photoshopped me out and put him in. Cobra Kai. Photoshop me out of that and put him in the middle.
I mean, I would have loved Sebastian's voice, or I would have loved to have at least heard it, but the ego definitely wouldn't have worked. There's no way that you could have gotten, Sebastian in that room with Eddie at that time and expected, that to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know that much about Sebastian or Skid Row. I mean, I had their tapes when I was a kid, and I saw them.
Slave to the grind, man.
I saw them. They opened for Van Halen in, was it 93? Right Here, Right Now tour. I think Skid Row opened for them. Vince Neil with Steve Stevens opened one show, and then Skid Row opened another show, I think.
Yeah, I saw him with Vince Neil and Steve Stevens. They were awesome, man. That was my first concert ever, 93. My first concert was Van Halen. Yep.
That's cool. That was, I've always said that was one of the best Van Hagar tours, was the 93 tour, the outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that. There's something about Van Halen outside during the summer, you know.
Dude, it was so hot that day, man. Oh my God. When Vince Neil came out, the sun was still blazing. And you know, they had hose. They had hoses. The bouncers in the front, you know, but behind the barricade, you know, between the stage and the barricade, they just had just hosing everybody off, man. It was so hot. It was so hot that they were like literally picking people up, not for stage, not for crowd surfing, just to get people air. Because it was so hot that after I think maybe half of the Vince Neil set, me and my buddy Anthony, we got out of like the main, you know, because we were pretty close to the stage on Steve Stevens' side. And I remember when they brought like his mic stand out, he had like a cup holder attached to his mic stand, and his guitar tech came out or whoever he was, and put his little ray gun in a cup on the mic stand. And I was like, yes, that's, you know, because the first song on Vince Neil's solo record, which is I think one of the best Vince Neil songs, Motley Crue or anybody. Look in Her Eyes is the name of the song. If you haven't heard that song and you're a hard rock fan and a Steve Stevens fan, oh my God, it's a great song. And he plays the solo in that song, part of it with the little ray gun. Cool as shit.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. I only knew that one song from the soundtrack.
Oh, You're Invited, but your friend can't come? Yeah.
That's the only tune I knew from them.
Dude, track 1, man, you got to listen to it. Kick ass.
Yeah. And I'd met Steve Stevens at a guitar store, I think before that tour. Yeah, oh yeah, before it. Yeah. He was doing a Washburn clinic. And he had a guitar actually that had Frankenstein on the front of it. Like actual Frankenstein. And I think it said Frankenstein on it. I think that was the graphic.
I remember seeing that guitar in guitar magazines back in the day. Because now that you said it, it kind of like brought back like, you know, me looking at that guitar.
So I met him, and then I still have a signed poster. I should find it. And then I saw them on that tour, and of course back then, you know, hey, you know, Steve Stevens is on stage as opening for Van Halen. That's cool because he's opening for Van Halen. Not that he's who he is, just because he's opening for Van Halen. That's why he's cool. Same thing with Billy Sheehan. When I met Billy, I said, you know, when I met him in '92, I'm like, hey, can you get me backstage to Van Halen? That's what I said to him. He's like,
oh,
no.
Man.
Then of course we have him on the show here. And we were actually going to have Steve Stevens on the show here at one point too. Actually, I think I told you that. He was ready to go. We were actually he was going to be on here one night, and we ended up doing something else instead.
Oh.
The audience doesn't know that.
Oh.
But yeah, maybe he'll be on at some point. You know, I have his info. What else? Mitch Malloy, something or other. Oh, getting back to Gary Sharon. I really wasn't an extreme fan when he joined Van Halen. I knew more than words.
So what was your initial feeling or thought when you heard that Gary was going to be? And I know I like to keep things positive on the show, but you know.
Well, first of all, when I read this is before I was on the internet. When I read in the news, my mom handed me a newspaper, and it said Sammy Hagar is out of Van Halen. I remember sitting on the stairs at the house reading that,
crying,
being like, yeah, probably. I was like, oh no,
yeah,
I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, because we weren't keen. Like we didn't know that things were happening behind the scenes in that band. At least I didn't. You know, we were always under the influence that like Sammy and Eddie and Sammy, best friends. You know, my best bud, my best friend, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I remember seeing that on MTV, or maybe it was, I forget. I think it was MTV News, the news brief. And I was just like, what? I was destroyed.
You're like, my birthday's coming up. Yeah. Imagine if they broke up on your birthday.
On your birthday.
The best present Van Halen ever gave me was in 1991. They debuted Pound Cake on my birthday. The music video.
Wow.
So I woke up that day, I was 7 years old. And I got to watch Pound Cake.
Man, remember that recording the video on MTV and just watching it back, pausing it on certain parts.
I remember not knowing the intro to that was a part of the video. Where the what are girls made of? The little girl saying that, and sugar and spice, and then touch, and then doing the camera, and then ding, and then goes into it. Every time I saw that video for the first 20, 30 years, no. I remember not thinking. I thought that was a part of a commercial.
Really?
Like, yeah. I didn't make the connection, but then of course at the end of the video, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's back, and maybe the first several viewings of that video, I never got it, and then finally at one point I'm like, oh yeah, that's a part of the video.
Huh. Well, speaking of pause and stuff, let's see. I was 14 when that came out, so you could imagine how many times I paused that video. Yep. Remember the slow-mo VCR the setting, and then there was the other one where it was like we got a VCR that had like the frame. You paused it, and then there was a button on the only on the remote, not on the VCR, where you can go like frame by frame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a few scenes in there.
Those were the days, man.
There's a few scenes. There was an MTV News thing where they actually talked about filming that video. So there was like behind this, like more footage from that video, like behind the scenes of them filming it type of thing. I have it on a VHS somewhere. Maybe I transferred it over, actually. I do have some stuff digitized from years ago somewhere. Maybe I'll try to look through some of that and maybe throw that stuff on my EVH Gear Live Instagram. Maybe I'll put some of that stuff on there. Just little clips. But anyway, yeah, on my birthday, the Pound Cake video premiered. I'm like, man, this is amazing. And there was a commercial for it too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember the commercial?
I remember the commercial because it had Eddie doing the din it. And I remember the way I heard it in the commercial wasn't the same when I heard and watched the video for the first time.
Yeah.
It was like on a different beat or something. It was very strange.
I think what it was is they had the video. They had the video playback was different. I think it was like blurred. There was like blurred, and then I'm thinking there was like more reverb on it.
It was something. I remember it being like, because the first time I heard the song was from the music video. I remember when that part came up, I was like, that's different than because I'm sure I watched the commercial about 1,000 times, leading up to that.
Me too. I remember hearing the song Pound Cake. Let's see, did I hear it? Or my drummer? I went to school. My drummer at the time, this friend of mine, he's like, have you heard it? Like the day the song was released. Actually, no, I know what it was because I had already heard most of the record on one of those album premieres a few days before.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had heard like most of the album, and I taped it. I've got a cassette of it, probably sitting right here
in his front pocket.
Yeah.
No, in your pants.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. What is this? Van Halen live covers. Yeah, this is a tape I dubbed back in 1994.
Now, do you actually have a tape deck hooked up right now?
I'm talking to you through a tape deck.
Well, yeah, that's your 4-track though. I'm talking about. Yeah, but that plays at a different speed.
No, it plays at all the speeds.
Does it? Shit, my
it has a pitch wheel and everything. I can play any cassette right here through this. Actually, we could actually listen to anything on tape. We can listen to a book on tape right now if you wanted. But anyway, I had heard almost the entire record a few days before. You know, taped it a bunch of different times. I look like Doc Brown running around his lab. Yeah, pausing each one. You know, oh, commercials, pause. Oh, they're coming back. Unpause.
You think you like Van Halen out there? You didn't like him, or you don't like him enough to have 4 tape decks on
rolling,
like ready to roll
on the radio for this one show. Yeah, one of them's a little fuzzy, a little more static on this one than the other one. You know, from my basement. Yeah, I remember doing that, and then the Pound Cake was released to radio. That's when my drummer was at that time. He's like, "Have you heard it? Have you heard it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I heard it." You know, but then when the music video was going to come out, there was a commercial promoting it, saying this Saturday, the world premiere of Van Halen's Pound Cake. And then, yeah, there was reverb because they stopped the song. Eddie does the dana dana dana. Sammy sings Home, and then it stops, and there's a bunch of reverb. That's what it was in the commercial. John Biel, we'll find it. We'll put it in the Discord.
Yeah, I want to see it again.
It's pretty cool. Or actually, who's in here? Who else? Kurt S1550. Can you find that commercial and put it in the Discord under the Van Halen video section? What's it going to do? Oh, Discord. You guys join our Discord server. We have a lot of Van Halen content in there, a lot. And Kurt here, who says he was born the same year as Jay, he's very active in the Johnny Bean Discord server and posts a lot of Van Halen stuff.
Isn't that supposed to be the Discord sound? Oh no, that's the ding, right?
It's this one.
What was going to be? What was this? Podcast? I don't remember.
I don't know.
And this one is just for everything else.
That's for later after dinner.
It's old, man.
So anyway, yeah, the Pound Cake, the commercial was cool. I saw the video, couldn't believe it. And then actually just a couple days later, the record was released. Right?
I don't remember.
Is that? I'm sure Wikipedia can prove me wrong.
Go to the you can just find out when the album was released, and if the video was released on your birthday, then there you go.
I want to say the record came out June 17th. I want to say the album premiere on the radio was June 13th. My birthday is the 15th, and the record came out on the 17th. Oh, that's my memory. It's probably totally wrong.
And if that's the case, you were the cream between the 2 Oreo cookies, or the
Van Halen Pound Cake. I'll look it up just because we got some time. Where's the Wikipedia? You can't always trust Wikipedia though, but no. Yeah, they're saying June 18th is when Pound Cake was released. I remember the 17th. Maybe
when was the record released? Hold on, let me look it up.
No, wait. The record was released June 18th. I want to say I don't know. June 18th. According to this.
June 17th, 1991. That's what it says on Spotify.
Well, see, on here, on Wikipedia, it says June 18th. See, I want to say the 17th.
I would trust Spotify over. Well, go back.
Well, how were your numbers, man? Because mine sucked.
Let's go back to 1991.
My Spotify numbers. You guys got to help me out on Spotify, man. My Spotify numbers are terrible. Did you get one of these?
Well, June 18th is a Tuesday.
Did you get a Spotify number?
Yeah.
For you guys?
Yeah, let me pull it up. June 18th is a Tuesday.
I'm sure it's way more than me.
It's not that much more. Well, just the song that released a week ago. This is just for the one song.
Oh.
So in a week 1.2, that's pretty good, right? If I can show it, whatever. But did I get one for the year?
You have to click some extra clicks.
Oh,
Like you have to have the app. If you have the Spotify for Artists app,
yeah, I have that.
You click. There's like 5 click throughs.
I love when it gives you the people listening now.
0.
Yeah.
Oh, as in listening like right now?
Yeah. There it is.
To
0
this
people
show?
listening now. Yep. Zero people. Yo, imagine being in like Metallica or something and opening that app and seeing like, 560,000 people listening now. Like, holy shit.
Wow.
0.
Yeah. I got to release a new song on Spotify.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
That's what I'm gonna do in 2021. I'm gonna release some new stuff.
Hey, does anybody have Spotify out there? Let's see if this thing updates in real time. Go listen to Broken Ends from Gizmachi and see if it actually updates. Now I'm getting a million text messages from the guys in my band. Never mind. Maybe I can't show it. Yeah. Talking about somebody's wiener popping out of their shorts. That's the text messages I'm getting right now. Oh, man. Yeah, so June 18th was a Tuesday in 1991. So your birthday was Saturday?
My birthday was a Saturday. Why am I thinking... You know what might have happened?
What?
I might have went... Now that I think about it, I might have went to the store and bought it. And bought it the day before, like there was a box of them sitting there. I know there was this local record store. You had strawberries?
Yeah.
I had pickles.
Ew, strawberries and pickles. Imagine. Strawberry and pickle sandwich.
Pickle and 2 strawberries. What might have happened for me is I might have went into the store and they had a display sitting there, and I might have bought one like the day before, because I swear it was June 17th.
So wait,
when I got it.
Pickles, was it literally a local store? Like there was one?
Yes. Okay. No, there was maybe 3 of them. Lincoln, 2 in Lincoln, 1 in Omaha.
All right, so they could probably get away with that because there was a store in Cornwall, New York, that was the next town over from mine. I forget the name of that store, but it was literally like this guy owned it. It was on the main road in Cornwall, and as soon as he got CDs in, he would sell them. Like he didn't give a shit. Whereas Strawberries was a chain, and unless you knew somebody there, you weren't getting it. You weren't getting it early, unless you went to the midnight release. But you're not buying anything till midnight anyway, so technically is the day after. So yeah, so you might have gotten it the day before, just because local shop.
Maybe, but they had these displays. Let me see if I can find one. I used to have a couple of them, and I used to have such a big Van Halen collection that's now just gone.
I forget what the display looked like, but those were the days, man. Walking into a record store and seeing these big displays, and
let me see if I can find it. I used to have 2 of these. They're cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 1, 2, it was 3 layers. It was all pictures from inside the album, and the top layer had double sides, had the big VH, like on that new shirt you just got. and then it had spaces for all the CDs from the entire catalog and all the cassettes. And it said in the spaces Van Halen, Van Halen 1 or Van Halen 2, Women Children First, and the last space was for Carnal Knowledge.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find. I'll show you guys what it looked
not
like.
Updating.
Van Halen.
Something's going on. My chat's not updating. Are we live?
We're still here.
Let me reload it.
There might not be any pictures of this thing because they're, back then you never, I was always the weirdo going to the record stores and asking for all the promotional stuff. And once they were done, they would give me all the stuff. So I had posters. I had these cardboard displays. I can't tell you how many promotional Van Halen posters I had for Carnal Knowledge. I had literally rolls and rolls of the posters, and I remember I ended up selling a bunch of them to Van Halen store.
Oh wow!
Years ago. So it's possible any of you guys that bought a Carnal Knowledge promo poster from Van Halen store was possibly mine, because I had tons of them. And yeah,
I remember walking into places like that, and you'd see you'd look at the back of it, and you'd see a little Post-it with somebody's name.
Yeah, it's a Johnny Beane.
I want that, man. Yeah, Johnny Beane, coast to coast.
It's a Johnny Beane. Oh, cool. This has the promotional box. I never saw this. Oh, because I took mine straight from the store.
Remember when they got rid of the long box?
Yeah.
I was pissed because I used to that picture of Eddie right there with his, I love that one.
So see that on the right?
Mm-hmm.
That's two of the what you're looking at are two squares. There's the VH that sits on top, and you what you would do is you would build that into like a pyramid.
Yeah,
it would be a cardboard display, and yeah, I never saw the cool floor browser. I guess that's what they're called.
Browser.
Open immediately. Yeah, I never got that box. That would have been cool. Is there any other?
Out of stock. I wonder why.
Yeah, those things were rare.
But I remember the long box. That's what I used to make, because I didn't have a CD player back then. My brother did. So he would buy the CDs. And then I would take the long box. I would dub the CD onto cassette, and then I would cut up the long box and make the sleeve for the cassette out of the long box. And then when I did get a CD player, my parents' car had a tape deck, so it was the same type of thing. Using all the long boxes to cut up and making that was always fun, man. The shit we used to do. Now kids don't even buy any of that stuff. Remember the days of buying like a CD and a cassette when an album came out?
That's what I did for that. I bought the CD and the cassette, and I'd listen to the CD on the ride home. And then, of course, that was the very first pressing of that, where I had the phone numbers on the inside of Steve Ripley and Alex Van Halen. Like, I think their older phone numbers were listed on this chalkboard. That was a picture that had been there for years and years and years and years. Though those weren't their phone numbers anymore, but the people that owned those numbers would get all these calls.
Well, I thought at the time, Alex's number was still his. And didn't we know somebody? Didn't Paul say that he called the number back then and he said, "Don't ever call this number again" or something?
I don't know.
I thought it was somebody that we know said they did that.
Here's some long boxes. I would assume most of you guys watching this know exactly what a CD long box was. They look like those. Yeah. These were the Super Saver series, where on the outside of the shrink wrap it had a sticker.
Why was Diver down like that? Who made that decision?
Instead of the regular cover?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that was that one. Yeah.
What's the point of that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, there's some later ones right there. Those. Yeah, the Carnal Knowledge. Yeah, that's what I remember buying that. And yeah, the Right Here Right Now, actually the cassettes came in a long box as well, the 2 cassettes originally. So when you went to the store to buy Right Here Right Now, you bought 2 long boxes for CD and cassettes. They both came in them.
Well, that CD was cool. It was the cardboard one where you like open it up and then you open it up again.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a double thing. And it had pictures of obviously everybody, you know, on each panel.
Oh, that's what I want. 86 to 93 box. Who has that? Doesn't Paul have that?
Yeah, Paul has that. Of course he does.
We need that.
Long boxes were before recycling was a thing. And it I think it cut down on like people stealing the CDs.
Yeah, because you couldn't just throw them
pop open the top of the cardboard and slide the CD right out.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, originally all CDs were in long boxes because it was easy to, you know, it was artwork, easier to display.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even, you know, like I said, some cassettes had them as well.
And they went to plastic, which, I mean, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
Man. But I remember when when Load from Metallica came out, I remember all around the top of Strawberries, it might have been coconuts by then, I forget. But all on the top.
Or was it blueberries?
Blueberries, strawberries.
Was it bananas?
Pickle?
I think it was grapes.
They had the squares, the artwork squares, and the front was obviously, or one side was obviously the album cover, and the other side was like the promo information, whether it was like the release date or the single or whatever it was. So on the walls in the record store, they'd have the cover.
Album flats.
Yeah. So they'd have like a whole wall would be filled, and it was like every other square was, you know, one side was the cover, the other side, and then back and forth.
And they would do artwork with those. Like they would cut them up.
Yeah.
They'd cut them up and they would spell out words. You have huge displays on like the back walls of those. I had tons of those too for 0812.
Yeah, I had a booty load of Load. But
wait a minute.
Booty load of Load. I have no idea where they are now. Who knows where those things are? But
no. Wow. Man, I know it's about that time. Probably.
Yep. It is.
Probably. So Fender Guru is not live tonight?
That's the rumor. True? That's the rumor.
Wait a minute. Fender Guru. Okay. Yeah, I was going to send you guys over there, but I guess... No, wait, they're live right now.
Are they?
They have 4 people watching them. Okay. Let me jump out of the studio. Let me leave the studio from this. Let's raid these guys. Yeah, they're sitting there right now talking to each other. You guys, we got 89 in here. Okay? Let me grab. Oh, crap. How do I do this? Okay, share, copy, ends in QC. Okay, let me jump back to this video. Don't leave, you guys. I want to send you guys over to another show. These are our friends.
Is Steve on with him right now?
Yeah. Steve is there. I see them. All right. In the chat. Click that link. Jump over there. Hashtag Johnny Bean Raid.
Oh, Steve, listen.
Vinyl, and on the back of the album, here's the monkey we've talked about before.
Steve-O.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh yeah, Steve sent me. I meant to mention it on the air, but I forgot. Steve sent me, Jeannie, Ellie, and Killian a Christmas card.
He sent me one too.
Yeah,
Very nice of him. We should have probably mentioned that.
Cuando de Amor. Yeah. Of course, Cabo Wabo is a label name, so that's the same. That's the only one that is. So that's just it's a vinyl collecting thing. When you get these records,
Everybody, jump over there. We got 83 watching.
I have a real
jump over there. Say Johnny Bean Raid in their chat.
So that's pretty cool. That here you are.
They got 10 watching now. They got 13 watching. Okay, so you guys are jumping over.
Unique.
Bent Tom says Johnny Bean Raid. I see you.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Kurt. No. We were scheduled to go
75
today, and I was supposed to go to a get together with some friends, but the weather
real quick
today isn't good, so we managed to go back to the time frame that we had.
Like that?
Yeah, sorry for mucking it all up, guys, but we do appreciate you jumping on board and hanging out with us.
Oh,
yeah, and I guess another category. Sorry to go on and on, guys, but I'm doing
no, go for it.
Sorry, this is another Kramer 5150 build. I haven't done the black stripes yet. I had a bunch of parts, so.
Well, Steve talks so fast. He needs to be slower.
I put the humpback, the Floyd Rose humpback saddles. That's what these are called. True to the era, around 1982, 1983. We're trying to do an exact replica.
Steve, this is Jay's idea. Just so you know.
And yeah, striping wise, pretty much dead on.
I can listen to this all day.
There's a lot of people post these guitars with tons of errors.
Make it slower.
Particularly is right here. Is this stripe? It comes from the back and comes up to the edge, but doesn't go onto the face of the body. So a lot of people don't see that when they do the side stripe. They don't know.
Man, he's like this is like an infomercial.
But for me, I got to have it right. And like this stripe doesn't meet the side stripe. That's accurate. And these two here, this one and this one, they actually come on in a bit of an angle. And so it's like the bottom corner reaches it, but then the outside on the right doesn't meet the edge. So just really geeky stuff. There's another one. There's another one here.
Oh.
There's two stripes sort of come together. One of them.
Everybody jump over there.
The side stripe, and the other one doesn't. I know it's a bit shiny.
Jump
guys.
over. We got 69.
Yeah. Anyway,
everybody, please go over there.
There's that.
Please. I might jump in with them too. Maybe
on the back of the headstock here. This meets very close to the link. This, we call this the skunk stripe on the back of the neck.
Can we do that?
Yep.
This point here comes very close. Like you'll see on.
What if I jumped from here and jumped over and I'm a boat?
So yeah, we're going for accuracy. And,
can we do that?
You probably have to do it
even down to the paint. So this is a different game. Other Kramer 5150s before, I was doing them with Schwinn bike paint. It's basically I'm in a Facebook group and they're yelling and screaming about. It's called Chevy Red Orange from like 1982. So I went to an auto parts company and it's all computerized. You can say any year of a car, what car it is, the year, the paint number, and it's all computerized. And he just made me 3 cans of this color.
I'm gonna make Ellie to bed.
And so this is
all right, you guys.
1982 Chevy Red.
I might if I jump up. I'll promote this show if I jump over there. We'll get more people over there.
Card is called 71. So apparently that's what was actually used with it. The white on this, it's called.
All right, you guys. Yeah, maybe after I eat dinner, maybe I'll jump in with them because they might go for a few hours anyway. They just started 15 minutes ago.
So
They should have told me. If they tell me they're on, I would send people over. I mean, I would actually.
Well, maybe they don't want you on. Did you ever think of that?
Well, yeah, they might not want me.
You know, the paint job's not perfect, so I'm actually contacted a company.
You know, that's Steve's show now.
Dive Bomb Incorporated. They do like a relic 1979 tour Bumblebee neck and a body that's accurate.
He's definitely taking it over, huh?
A body and a neck.
Good Halen.
Yeah.
And then I've just been researching paint.
I gotta go to early bed.
It's supposed to be. This is
tomorrow night.
Duplicolor Chrome Yellow.
Saturday Night Live tomorrow night with your host John
Kind
BL.
of like school bus yellow.
Where's the thing at?
That's for doing a Bumblebee replica. So I'm doing one, a replica of like the.
There it is, just like that. Look for that tomorrow. And yeah, there's that guitar right there that we need to. We need to get that guitar back into the family.
Yeah,
that guitar. That's what they're going to try to do. Actually, they're going to try to get that guitar back and give it back to the family.
So that guitar that you're building, is that a commissioned guitar for one of your friends,
okay,
Steve, or is it just for your own personal style?
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you, channel members. Thank you so much for supporting these videos, supporting the channel, and on Facebook as well. Thank you, Facebook viewers. And remember, there's Facebook stars enabled. Check that out, and we'll see you guys. I might see you guys over there. So click that link. Oh wait, they're talking.
Mike Lombardo, and I saw Steve Carmichael. And if I've missed
Steve
anyone
Carmichael,
else, thank you for joining us. We appreciate the raid. We're just hanging out. We're talking Van Halen bits and pieces. You can never get enough Van Halen. We do appreciate you joining us, and if you'd like to subscribe to the channel.
All right, that's enough. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, Jay. I'll see you later, man.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
See you, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, good night, everybody. See you later, Johnny Beane TV. Bye.
Yeah.
Yes, it cost me $7.95 Australian for that, and it's got back in the day I bought this. I think this came out just before the record came out. It's got, don't tell me what to do. It's got an edit version of it on there.
Oh, nice.
And then pretty light tracks, but I think they're from the.
That Don't Tell Me edit is probably the video version, which I actually prefer.
Is that one? Yes. So
yeah.
Obviously, just the version. Yeah, we know what that is. We're just about to hit that, but that's my show and tell for today. It's very insignificant compared to yours.
No. I'm excited to see anything. This is better than sitting here watching a movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So this is the short point that Steve was talking about on the EVH guitars, as opposed to the correct point